Aryna, of course, they're not the result anybody will want today.
Yeah.
But just looking back at the 2 weeks, how proud of you are yourself and reaching the final here?
Well, yeah, I have to say in the past 2 weeks I played really tough matches, really incredible players, and yeah, I played definitely better level than in the final. It was really, honestly, the worst tennis I played in the last, I don't know how many months, and the conditions were terrible, and she simply was better in these conditions than me, and I think it was the worst final I ever played.
If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Commiserations. I just wondered why you think you weren't able to manage the conditions and she was able to do that a bit better.
Sometimes that happens, you know. You just wake up and you don't feel your best, and another player go for whatever, and it works, and for you nothing is working. And yeah, I was struggling a lot, and I was trying my best to figure the way how to play in these conditions, but I guess today wasn't the day.
How much do you think this was just completely about you and how you were playing, and was she making you do things that made you play worse than you would have wanted to play? And you know, how does she do that and make things difficult for you?
By running and playing those high balls from the frame, and she was moving really well in these tough conditions. I couldn't really mix it up, and it was tricky. It was tricky in these conditions to do stuff that I was doing, for example, in Madrid, that I don't have to do against her to get the win. And today was just, yeah, I mean, honestly, sometimes it felt like she was hitting the ball from the frame. Somehow, magically, the ball lands in the court, and you kind of like on the back foot, and yeah, it's just, you know, like it felt like a joke, honestly, like someone from above was just like staying there laughing and you know, like, oh, let's see if you can handle this, you know, and I couldn't today, and I really hope the next time we play, if it's going to be the same conditions, I'm gonna play probably a little bit smarter, not overrush things, and yeah, and try to stay there and try to fight.
Any further questions?
Good evening, Aryna. You are very hard on yourself, but do you think there was a momentum shift in the first set? Because you started the match really well. You led 4-1. What happened at 4-1? Do you think that Coco got better or the conditions got tougher?
Yeah, I think it was more windy and got more windy, and also I think I was over emotional, and I think today I didn't really handle myself quite well. Mentally, I would say. So basically that's it. I was just making unforced errors. Like, I don't know, I have to check the statistics. I think she won the match not because she played incredible, just because I made all of those mistakes from, like, if you look from the outside, kind of like from an easy balls.
Aryna, bad luck today. Obviously in your career you've had to go through a lot of tough moments and tough losses that have allowed you to be successful. So what will you take from this loss to make you better?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's another tough final on the Grand Slam against Coco, another terrible performance from me against Coco in the final, and yeah, I have to just kind of like step back and look at this from the perspective and try to finally learn the lesson, because I cannot go out there every time against her in the finals of the Grand Slam and play such terrible tennis and give those wins, not easily, but like emotionally, you know.
Hi, Aryna. Obviously, there is another Grand Slam around the corner. Perhaps that helps a little bit to get over this one. I just wonder, when you have a disappointment like this, do you watch it back, or would you just rather forget all about it?
No, I already have a flight booked to Mykonos and alcohol, sugar, and, you know, I just need a couple of days to completely forget about this crazy world and this crazy... If I could swear, I would swear right now, but this crazy thing that happened today, I think everyone understands. I'm just trying to be very polite right now, but, you know, there is no other word, you know, that could describe what just happened today on the court. But yeah, tequila, gummy bears, and I don't know, swimming, being like the tourist for a couple of days.
Other questions?
How much would you compare this defeat to the one you suffered in the Australian Open in January? Do you think they are comparable or totally different matches?
In different ways, I can actually see the same thing. It just, the level was much better in the third set against Keys. She just basically overhit and went for crazy shots and it went in. She, like, kind of like overpowered me in the last couple of games. And today was just, you know, she literally just put an extra ball on the other side than I did. So, but yeah, I definitely have to, you know, like step back and learn something because I cannot keep doing the same mistake.
Aryna, could you just explain what it was? It was about the conditions that were so difficult? Was it the wind? Was it kind of the coolness? Was it a combo?
You know, it was quite funny because it was like wind going like crazy, like how you say it? How you call it, like that direction? Yeah, just like straight. And sometimes it would kind of like settle. And then during the point, like it was a joke for real. Like when she would hit the ball, at some point the wind would just like let the ball fly like crazy. And, you know, I was late every time, plus clay court, plus like a bit of wrong bounces. And I was like, you know, yeah, I don't know, probably I had to like go like really, really far behind and just like start like playing those slopes. Maybe it would really help me, but yeah, I wasn't in the good conditions to kind of like think smart.
Any last questions? We'll do Matt at the front.
You know, I mean, tennis is such a hard sport. Even when you win, you lose, you know, almost half the points. Do you think you'd like to sort of improve on, well, being a little kinder to yourself or accepting the lack of perfection and, you know, I guess things along those lines, just, you know, because in any match you're going to lose points in games and things like that, and how you deal with those things? Is that a work in progress for you?
Well, I have to say I've been doing really well with that. In the last, I don't know, couple of years, it just like sometimes, you know, you go to the old habit and yeah, sometimes that happen, and I guess you just have to one more time step back, learn and go out there and be better, you know. But right now, I don't see how can I be easy on myself because it's, honestly, guys, it's the worst match I played in the last, I don't know, couple months. It's just a joke, and I cannot do that anymore. So in the finals, you know, I wouldn't care if I would play like that in, I don't know, fourth round or quarterfinals, you know, but in the final of the Grand Slam, like, you know, it's a bit not right.
But is it harder because it's the final of the Grand Slam? I mean, these events are so much bigger than
yeah,
everything
that
else.
hurts. I mean, especially when you've been playing really great tennis during the whole week, you know, you've been playing against a lot of tough opponents, Olympic champion, Iga, you know, and then you go out and you play really bad. Like, I don't know, I think if Iga would win me another day, I think she would go out today and she would get the win. It just, you know, like, yeah, it just hurts. Honestly, it hurts. Like, been playing really well, and then in the last match, go out there and perform like I did. That hurts.